Oof. Oh, it doesn't bode well that just moving the scaffolding and getting set up is tiring us both out. I've been held up in bed for the better part of the last 8 days with like a fever, flu type thing. Victoria joined me on day 3 and boy, can we both feel that we've been inactive and not been using our bodies. But neither of us can stay in there any longer. We're both so fed up and losing our minds. And excitingly, we've got the wood delivery for the mezzanine coming tomorrow. So we both need to crack on and get on with stuff. But I'm a bit concerned about how productive today is gonna be. We'll see how we get on. Whew.
I know.
So you may have noticed that Victoria has already disappeared. I actually had to banish her back up to the house to get a bit of rest because she is definitely not up to this. I know some of you might be thinking, lucky Victoria, she gets to go and rest while Ricky does the work, but it's actually quite the opposite. I feel quite bad for her because we're both the type of people that just are not good at sitting around and doing nothing. So like I'm here doing this, and although it's hot and although it's dirty, I actually feel better for keeping myself busy and getting something productive done. I'll have to see if I can get her out and in the pool later on because it is a hot one today. One good thing about the heat in here is that I can do all this pointing and it's going off quick enough that in the same session I can get it brushed up rather than having to come back later, so we can very quickly go from looking like this to looking finished like this. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Ted. Okay, go on then, you can make it back. Oh, you're there.
Look at us.
Be careful, bud. Good boy.
Bucky.
Good boy, Ted.
Sorry.
Yummy. So if you're wondering how these two have been getting on in the pool, well, pretty much exactly how we expected. They'll go in, they'll tolerate it, they'll enjoy cooling down, but they're not really getting much out of the swim. They're trying to get back to the bench as quickly as possible.
It doesn't seem to matter which one goes on the bench first. Whoever is in that corner gets a real squishing because they just keep inching back. Poor Pop's in there, the prime spot at the moment.
Yeah, they've only been in probably, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
Since the pool's been finished, and it's not been for a long session because we've not been very well. It's basically just been on really hot days to get in here for like 10 minutes, cool them down, cool us down because our temperatures have been all over the place. The first few times that they came in, they had their life jackets on. And Ted's used to wearing a life jacket because he used to go to hydrotherapy back in the day, but it's all a new experience to Pop. But one day when they got over to the bench, we took the jackets off and they both went swimming without them on and they were absolutely fine. So we're here anyway. It's not like they're going to go overboard on a boat and they, you know, need it for safety. We're right next to them every time they're in here. Struggling to keep your eyes open, buddy.
Get around you and get back to him in time. It's so fast. It's so fast, buddy.
Go on then. Good girl, Pop. Speedy. This week's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Now, if you've got an idea for a business or maybe you have a passion project or a hobby that you'd love to turn into something more, Squarespace is an all-in-one website building platform and they can help take your idea and turn it into something real.
Get started by choosing from one of their many award-winning website templates, then customize it to exactly how you want it using their drag and drop editor. It's an absolute piece of cake. Or if you'd rather not do any of the designing yourself, just answer a few questions and let AI do it for you with their design intelligence feature. Then once your website goes live, use their inbuilt marketing tools to start bringing customers your way. Try it for yourself with a 14-day free trial. Just go to squarespace.com/lifebyliving and use our code lifebyliving to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So our wood's come, but it's arrived on a really big truck, so he can't negotiate it to get it down to the tiny house. So Ricky's just at the top, helping him get it off of the lorry, but we're going to have to use the tractor and just ferry it back and forth. Whew. His body is not fully recovered yet.
So as great as the tractor is, it's not magic, it can't do everything. So there's still, unfortunately, some heavy duty grunt work jobs, shall we call them, that you have to do, like carrying big OSB sheets 100 meters times 4. Right, let's go. Without a doubt, the first job that's going to get done once the tiny house is finished is going to be a workshop slash storage building, because the tractor is sitting outside all day, every day, as are the attachments. That needs to be inside, protected from the weather. But also, when we have deliveries like this, you know, we've got a huge 6-meter beam here, can't fit inside, and we've got nowhere else to put it to try and keep it in the shade. It's really not ideal having wood out in this crazy Portuguese summer heat, but for now, just gonna have to try and get it shaded. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the underside of the
That's the underside, yeah.
Okay. So we're just marking out where the main beam for the mezzanine needs to go into the walls. We weren't planning to do this bit this afternoon, but we've decided that we don't want to leave the wood outside where it's, you know, potentially going to start twisting in the heat. So it's a pretty important bit of measuring this, is because it's ultimately going to decide how much headroom we've got both upstairs and downstairs. There's not going to be any backing out once we've done this.
No, we've got the laser up just to line us up with basically the front side of the ridge. So then this beam and the front of the ridge are perfectly lined up. So when we put our like balcony railings on, I'm not really sure how we're going to attach it yet, but we're thinking we might do it to the front of the ridge and of this beam that's going in. But yeah, we're marked out. Time to start putting holes in walls. There's been a couple of times on this project so far where I've really wished that we were renovating a wooden house. If this thing was made of wood, we'd have probably had the beam up and in place and screwed in already. But instead, just been making a whopping big hole in the wall and making an absolute ton of mess everywhere. The cleanup job is enormous. Most of it's actually gone down the back of that wood. It doesn't help. I'm having to use this piddly SDS because our bigger one is broken. Also, this hole is much bigger than the one that's going to be on the other side, because the plan is to bring the beam through this window and over and up to the opposite side. But obviously, because the beam is wider than the room, it needs some angles and some space to kind of negotiate it in. So hopefully I've made that deep and wide enough that's going to facilitate us to be able to do that and get it in place. I think I've just found the perfect playlist for this weekend for you. No matter what you're doing, whether you want a party, whether you just want to relax in the garden, whatever it is you want to do, even cleaning around the house. It's made the last 40 minutes making, where is it? There, that second hole. Thoroughly enjoyable. It's on Spotify and it's called 70s Road Trip, and it is wall-to-wall bangers. Elton John, Hall & Oates, Fleetwood Mac, Bowie, Paul Simon, Bill Withers, Carole King. Highly recommended if you want a good time. Pull, pull, pull.
Pulled.
Okay, 506.
You okay? Oh no. Okay. Okay. Ricky's just giving the wood, bless you. He's just treating the ends of the wood against insects so they don't gobble up our lovely bit of timber. We obviously need to treat the whole beam, but we're going to be able to access the rest of it once it's up in position. But the end parts need to be protected before we do that. It is really, really smelly stuff though, so I've just come out of the way for now.
Right, do you know what we're doing?
Yep, I know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing?
Hopefully the same thing as you. Okay, so the plan is to take the bit of wood a long ways in through the window, feed it through onto the scaffold, take it all the way over till it's basically hitting the wall on the other side, attach the block and tackle around the bit of wood, lift it up, and then hopefully once the load's on there we can maneuver it around to get it slotted in that side and slotted in this one above the window. Things like this always sound so easy in theory, but the reality of having a big heavy load swinging around in the air and trying to maneuver it around and get it into places, it's always a bit more difficult than it sounds. But we got a plan and I'm feeling optimistic. 2, 1. Okay, ready to go forward?
Yeah, we're straight.
Okay, joust.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't take any load
Okay,
now.
put it down.
Oh no, I'm fine. I meant I can't help. I'm sure this is a cracking view.
Shall we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, stop. 3, 2.
Oh, sorry, I've already
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we go more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at the wall.
Looking pretty big now we're inside.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, getting it in, I think, was the easy part. Here comes the tricky bit, trying to actually manoeuvre it and get it in. I just hope it fits.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, so that's
nice.
right in there.
Okay. So we're just trying to figure out how we can get it in because it's not in there yet.
It's tricky because it's wider than the room itself. Trying to negotiate it at the different angles to get it in. I mean, we're still not sure if it's completely possible. We wanted to try and reduce the amount of stone we took out. Obviously, we could have made these whopping wide holes to do it, but we've tried to reduce the impact on the stone. I think we'll try and wang it out wide, take it up, and then we'll see if we can shunt it across.
Yeah, let's do a big one. Okay, so you're about the height of the hole now. Do you want to go higher?
I don't know like I'm high enough.
Looking at the wall above that hole, do you think that does lean out a little bit? Tighter? So we're just trying to shunt this as best we can, just to try and get it a little bit further down. Honestly, neither of us are particularly hopeful that this is going to work, but we just want to try absolutely anything before resigning ourselves to taking it back down again.
Oh, so stuck. I think it's going to have to come down.
No.
Right, it's not coming down. We're just going to leave it where it is at the moment. It's not going to go anywhere. We don't really know what the solution is here, so we're going to call it quits for the day, have a think about it tonight. Hopefully, we can come up with a plan overnight and get this in tomorrow. That wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. So we're going to take the easy route. We are just going to chop this beam down. Not by a lot, just by a little bit, but we'd already added in extra for the bearing that was going to sit inside the wall just because it's stone, it's not uniform, but the easiest option here is not to be making deeper holes in the wall. It's just going to be take off basically 20 mil off of each end. I'm not wanting to take the beam back down, so I'm going to try it in situ. So this could be interesting or stupid or both. Ooh. Okay, right, we're stuck again.
Well done. Oh, that looks a little bit better there. You're coming into a gap. Do you want me to give you some more slack?
Yeah. Okay, stop. Oh yeah?
Okay, so we're hitting the top of the other hole.
This will not go in. We've tried it every conceivable way. Tried going up and over from the top and down, coming from underneath. It's just too tight. So yeah, frustratingly, the only solution right now is going to be to lower this beam and make that hole deeper, just to give us a bit more room to work with.
Ricky's knocked out way more than I thought he was going to manage there. We've probably got another 10 centimetres wiggle room to play with. So it's going to work, yeah?
It has to work. Failure is not an option this time round. We're gonna, lift it up, get it in there. In there like swimwear.
What does that even mean?
Like swimwear, like disappears up your bum, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh. You've been out in the heat too long.
Okay. Oh yeah, we've got loads of space here now. Okay. Okay, lower it down. Oh.
Hallelujah!
Yes! We're in. That was a walk in the park, to be honest. It was just straight up one side and in, straight into the other. It's quite strange at the moment just having a beam going straight through the middle of the room, but won't be long, we'll have a floor there and it'll make a bit more sense. Obviously it still needs to be set in place. We need to get stones in and make good around it in the wall and obviously get it level, but you can see with Victoria underneath how much space is underneath there. It's roomy. People always ask us all the time if it's going to be cramped, but there is a lot of head height.
It feels spacious down here actually. Although to be fair, you're probably the better one to demonstrate how much room we'll have. But yeah, I'm stood flat-footed now and I've probably got what, 70 mil? Yeah, excellent.
So it wasn't exactly plain sailing, but we're going to take the win, quit while we're ahead, and hopefully next week we'll be full health again, sickness free, fighting fit, and we can get this mezzanine done.